Hey guys, Melanin Lighthouse is back and I am so excited to be back. Today we are going to be talking about depression. Oh my goodness, depression. Woo. So number one, before we go into depression is between depression and anxiety, those are the two common mental illnesses that people come into counseling for. So these conversations have to happen. So with that being said, guess what? I need you to share this video. I need you to like this video. I need this information to be out because we need to heal humanity. And if we're not having these serious, deep conversations, and I don't know what we're doing, because I know a lot of people are struggling with depression. So let's get ready. Let's talk about it. Also, I would like to say that I am starting a yoga series. I will be doing classes that focus on depression and healing depressive symptoms. So we're going to talk a lot about that today. So I hope you guys are ready. So depression is a very multifaceted illness because depression, it affects basically every aspect of the human. It affects our behaviors, our cognitions, our affect, as well as our interpersonal function. So you might ask, what is depression? But depression, it's that persistent sadness that gives you no motivation to do anything, and you have a lack of interest for anything that is pleasurable, anything that you once enjoyed. And this leaves a lot of us hopeless and helpless. It affects our relationship with food. Sometimes we might eat too much or we might not eat enough. We use it as a crutch or a way to control because we are feeling out of control. It might affect our sleep, right? Sometimes you cannot get to sleep, and that is like horrible, right? You are constantly up having these ruminating thoughts constantly going through your head, or you can't stay asleep. I know that's the worst, waking up at 3 in the morning and you're literally up all night and you're so tired in the morning and you're drained and you're irritable. That's depression. Leaves its victims tired, unable to concentrate or focus because, like I said, you can't get sleep, but your body, your energy is so drained. And then it cultivates these demonizing thoughts, these thoughts that are telling you that you're not good enough, right? That's telling you that you're worthless, that you aren't enough. And in some capacities, it causes or creates suicidal ideation. If your thoughts ever do get that bad and it gets to the point where you feel like you don't need to be here, you don't deserve to be here, please contact the National Suicide Lifeline. I'm going to put the number at the bottom of the screen, but I want you to know that you matter and your life matters and it has value. And I know sometimes life can be very challenging, believe me, I know, but we all have a divine purpose and life is a gift. So please, if you feel like your thoughts and your feelings and your experience is unbearable, please contact that Suicide Lifeline because I promise you your life is needed. So now I'm going to go over some of the symptoms that you might experience from depression. And so I'm going to look at it and break it down in various different components. So we're going to start with the behavioral symptoms. So you might experience crying a lot. You might be really restless, or you might be really lethargic, so you cannot get out of bed and you're so tired. You can be extremely agitated, or you can be really irritated. You can possibly sleep too much, or you might not sleep enough. You might struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep. And lastly, you could possibly struggle with your appetite, maybe eating too much or not eating at all, not having an appetite to eat anything. So now we're going to explore how depression affects your mood. So you might be really sad a lot of the times. Like I said earlier, you might feel numb, you might feel guilty or angry, or hopeless or helpless, or you might not be able to experience joy. So things that you found pleasurable previously, you're like, I'm good, I don't want to go, I don't want to be bothered, which leads us to our interpersonal functioning. And so you're withdrawn and you're not wanting to be around people that you love, that you care about, that love and care about you. My favorite symptoms to talk about is physical symptoms, because a lot of times when we think about mental health, we don't ever think that mental health is is affecting our physical health, but in reality, you cannot talk about any type of health unless you talk about it from a holistic perspective, because the mental health affects the physical health. So a lot of times when people struggle with depression, they might have headaches, right? They might have abdominal issues, might have a very uneasy stomach. They might have back pain, spinal pains. A lot of times we hold sadness and repressed emotions and memories in our spinal column. Shoulder, chest pains, just any type of pain or tension within your body. This is, a lot of times it can be because of depression, and you're not, and maybe because you are so numb to it and you're numb to the symptoms that it's physically coming out and manifesting itself. So we talked about all the different components of depression as well as the symptoms, and so now of course we have to talk about different ways that you can heal from depression. So the first thing that I am going to recommend is that you go to therapy. Find somebody to talk to. Find a therapist that you can connect with. Talking to your friends is great, right? Having friends to talk to, but I would highly recommend talking to a trained professional, somebody that can help you regulate your emotions, help you navigate your symptoms, help you find awareness for how your symptoms are affecting you on a daily basis and where they've come from. So I think it's really, really important to go see a therapist. So according to the science of yoga, an MRI on meditation showed that basically what meditation does is it enhances our left prefrontal cortex. So what that does is that helps us to find true happiness, right? It helps us to regulate our emotions and regulate our temperament. It helps us to release being so rigid about everything. And guess what else it helps with? Our immune function. So it helps us to stay healthy physically as well. So meditation is everything. And guess what? So I have a guided meditation video that you guys can check out. I will definitely add it to the information section at the bottom so you guys can check that out, because sometimes meditation, it can be challenging. Like, it's not like, oh my God, this is so easy, right? These things are challenging. That's what healing is. It's challenging. So taking that step, but also having something to help you take that step. So definitely check out my meditation video. Right, so we talked about meditation, so of course I have to talk about yoga, because yoga is literally everything. So according to a study done by Berenice Hindu University, so I'm not sure if I said that right. However, the university, they did a study on participants who did yoga for 3 to 6 months. And so yoga, of course, changed the game for these individuals because it raised their serotonin levels, which cultivates happiness, and it lowers their stress hormone, like cortisol. So it lowered the production of those hormones. So yoga is everything if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with actually anything, because what yoga does is it moves energy through the body, it moves consciousness through the body. And a lot of times what we fail to realize is that depression or any illness is a lack of energetic flow in our body, wherever that can be. So also deep breathing, doing different mantras, visualization, these things are really, really good to help the brain build new synapses. And so this helps build the neuroplasticity in our brain so that we can continue to grow and continue to heal ourselves. So just really, really using a lot of different holistic healing practices to help heal yourself is going to be key in this journey. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to do it by yourself. We're all here together. So please check out my yoga classes that I have. I have a series that I am starting, and we will be focused on depression and healing depression, doing different loving kindness meditations to help us heal ourselves in that process. So please check out my classes. You can buy them in class package deals, or you can just buy one class at a time, whichever one works for you. As well as I have healing crystals that you can use. Healing crystals are awesome, and I will do a video on that as well to kind of go deeper into healing crystals. So please comment, share, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you constantly coming back listening to these videos. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and blessings to you all. Mwah! See you.